Silly things that people say.
Hello VYG, we are back here, and today we have another topic, another silly thing that people they say always. And today here with me we have a special guest. A few minutes ago I say that she's not a special guest, but she is. And today we have here,
I'm Asana and I'm the new team leader of Team Judah.
as you can see, she's trying to promote her team as well. But also we have,
I'm Mohammed, leader for Team Benjamin.
and we also have someone here that is wearing a different color shirt.
I'm Divesh and I'm the new team leader for Team Simeon.
Okay, and then as you already know, then guys, we're gonna go now to straight to the point, because I believe the topic that we're gonna bring here today is something that many people say, and I believe that you have been saying this sentence, if I can take it like this, many times, and especially now as you are going in the exams, you are in the, how can I say that, the last time in the exams, last week, last month.
Last man, final stage.
Yes, and maybe you find yourself in this situation. You keep always repeating this phrase, this word again, and again. And not only about this, but for many things in life as well. Then the silly thing that people say is,
It's too hard for me.
yes, there is a phrase, there is a silly thing that people they say a lot. And then we can even start about studies, because as we said before, you are going now have the final exams, right? And many youth they find themselves on a situation that they think like this: oh, it's too hard for me, I can't make it because I just have now this week, or I have more days, but I'm not able, I'm not getting what I need to get in order to take a good marks, in order to take a good grades. Then I don't know, it becomes too hard for me. What should I do that? And there is something, Divesh, that many young people they are saying this time now.
Yes, Pastor, because what they think it's too hard or it's too late for them. But the question is, are you trying? Are you trying to reach that standard or to reach that goal? If you are not, then it will be hard for you.
Yeah, the best thing to do now is keep pushing, is keep doing. Because like if you have an exam this week or the next week, then instead you already giving to think like this: oh, it's too hard for me, I can't make it, it's a waste of time for me. Try, insist, do your part, go there to your books, give the best that you have, because in the end a good result it will come from that. But that's not the only thing that many young people they keep saying all the time. It's not only about the exams, but many times, Mohammed, there are many young people that they are going through some problem like addiction, because when it comes about addiction, it's something that many youth they are into. They want to get out of it, they want to leave it, but they keep saying to themselves like this: oh, it's too hard for me.
In line with this, Pastor, I come from a past of addiction, history of addiction. I used to smoke and drink as well. But many times I tried to give up on these addictions. But as I was trying, it became really difficult for me. So many times I could not overcome this situation or the problem of addictions, because to my mindset it was like, it's too hard for me. It's too hard for me to change. I remember a time I also left it for 6 months. I gave it up for 6 months. But then eventually I went back to it. It's like I couldn't overcome that, because my mindset was, it's too hard for me, I can never change, I can never overcome the addictions.
Yes, it's like you took this as a truth for yourself, right? You took this thought like this: now I can leave it, I can change it, because it is something that is far beyond my strength.
And because of this thought that it's too hard for me, I tried so many times, but it just didn't work for me.
And it's not only this as well. It's not only addiction that many people they say that it's too hard to then to live. When it comes about as well love life, because we know that nowadays there are many young people they are engaging in some relationship where this relationship become abusive, and it got to a point that they can't take anymore. They can't be in that relationship anymore. But they say to themselves, no, I can't live. It's too hard for me to live. It's like the person, they are dependent on that abusive relationship.
Yes, Pastor, it's true because most, especially for girls, they say that it's who they are. So when their partner is abusive, they mistreat them, they don't treat them well the way a man should treat them. They take it as that it is them. It's who I am, and they can't change. But the thing they should do first is they should change the mindset that this is not the way it should go. This should not be my story. So if they make the first step, obviously they will start seeing changes. And the first step, Pastor, is to always value themselves first. Because if they do not value themselves, obviously they will accept whatever that has been done to them.
Yeah, that's true. Because if you are in an abusive relationship, you have to value yourself. Because I believe it gets a point that is no longer profitable. It's no longer something that we can be in anymore. Because it is so abusive, it is so painful. Then why the person should remain on that situation anymore? But of course, as we are discussing as well, everything is about your mindset. Because many times, guys, it's like this. Many times, when you go to sleep, and then we know that early in the morning you have to go to work or go to school or have something important to do, and then what do? If we are, even if you're not tired, we're gonna take our device, our phone, and we're gonna set the alarm.
Yes.
We're gonna set there because we think like this. Tomorrow it will ring. I wake up early, and then I'm gonna do what I need to do. Then you set the alarm that you cannot miss the time. And when that time come, it will ring, and then you will automatically get up and do what you need to do. And it's like people they are doing. It's like young people they are doing with their life. They set this alarm there, and they always it's always made for that. They always have this in their mind. Okay, it's too hard for me. It's too hard for me to take good grades. It's too hard for me to leave the addiction, to stop to smoke, drinking, and then it's going on. It's too hard for me to leave this abusive relationship because you program yourself to that. You have to program your mind with that thought, with that idea that it is too hard. Then what need to do? It is to change your mentality, change your mindset. Because if you change your mindset, you won't be in this situation anymore. Because as you mentioned some minutes ago, when I did not record here.
The thing is, Pastor, that when we decide to say it's too hard for me, what happens is you hold yourself captive to the situation, and it never changes. Mm-hmm. So instead of saying it's too hard for me, you have to get up, you have to try now, you have to move forward. Then only your situation can change.
Obviously, it will not automatically change, but step by step, when you make an effort to change, when you change your mindset, step by step, things will work out. It's not overnight, change will happen. Step by step.
Because our strength is in our mind, and if we think in a positive way, obviously we'll change.
Yeah, that's true. then the change does not happen overnight. But of course, it requires from each one of you strength, and determination as well. It's like when we are learning to ride the bicycle.
Ride the bicycle.
When you are learning to ride the bicycle, many times we're gonna get there, we're gonna fall, and then we get again, and then you fall again, and then you get again, and then you fall again. But it come a time that we do it, that you're gonna be able to ride it without fall anymore. But you have to try. You can't say to yourself, it's too hard for me, and then give up. There is a Bible verse that I was reading before that says the following word that we understand. Look what God said to Abraham. He said, is anything too hard for the Lord? That was the question that God made to Abraham. Is there anything hard for me? Is there anything hard for me? Then we can conclude like this, guys. For God, there is nothing too hard. There is nothing hard for God. But there is things that becomes hard for each one of us when we are not with Him. When you are not with God, when you do not have a life with Him, then the outside, whatever you do, it becomes hard for you. Becomes hard for you to change, becomes hard for you to overcome whatever you need to overcome. Then make it right, change your mindset, change your mentality, and fight. That you're going to see that it can be, that is not hard, that you can change, that you can be something better, you can do it well in your studies, you can overcome this addiction, you can leave this abusive relationship that maybe you find yourself now. You can change, you can make it. And we from the VYG, we believe that you can make it. Because if you don't believe, we will not be here telling to you that you can. And we believe that you can. I don't know, Sister Senna, if one day you have been in an abusive relationship and then you get out of it, or if you have a friend of yours that was in this case, but she made a way to get rid of it.
Yes, Pastor. I had this friend. She was in an abusive relationship where the partner would torture her, would beat her up, but then she finally made up her mind that no, enough is enough. She had to change her mentality that this shouldn't be the way I want it to be. It has to be a different way. So when she made up her mind, she found herself out of the relationship. She took the first step of saying no, of changing her mindset.
Okay. And about you, Sister Mohammed?
So yes, Pastor, and I gave up on the addictions because one day I decided, I made up my mind, and then I was able to overcome this situation where I used to always say it's too hard for me, and I realized later on that it was never too hard. It's just us, we say that to ourselves, and it becomes what we think is what we become.
In your case, Devesh?
Pastor, the day I made up my mind that I won't hate maths, I will try, and since that day I started succeeding, and I went into a field where complex mathematics is required, and I'm able to succeed now.
Okay. Then you see, each one of us, we share something here for you. Now it's up to you to change your mentality, because even though we can show to you a way out, we cannot hold in your hand and force you to go in this way. No, it's up to you now. Then make up your mind, change your mentality. You're gonna see that things will work out for you. All right. Then VYG for today, that's it. We're gonna finalize here. But before we finalize, what they should do, Mohammed?
Make sure to watch this video and all the videos before, and share with all your friends. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and
basically just do everything, but don't forget do comment in what you have taken for yourself and share amongst with your friends all over the place, and see you next week for another episode of Silly Things.
And also, before you go, Sister Senna, give a task then to the youth for watching us now.
So I have a challenge, and the challenge is to leave your comments. Leave a comment as what you learned from the tip, what you got for yourself, and also don't forget to mention people who need to watch this tip with the hashtag of your team name. So for example, if you're in Team Judah, hashtag Team Judah, and whatever branch you're watching from, Suva, Nosori, or Lotwaka.
I thought that you would take as an example Benjamin. Oh, Simeon. She's promoted her team again. That's it, guys. It was a pleasure to be here. And get you ready next week. And let us see which is the team that are going to comment more here down below this video. Okay? Then, may God bless you. And guys,
Goodbye.
Bye.